What is happening, guys? ARCHIEzzle here, and welcome to another video. ARCHIEzzle. Hope you guys are having a great day. My name is Staff Sergeant Massey in real life, United States Army, Staff Sergeant E6, 7 years in. My actual MOS in the Army is 68 Whiskey Army Medic active duty. Right now, I'm a temporary detailed recruiter for another year or so. And with that said, as you can see on the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the top 5 reasons why you will fail Army Medic School. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys 5 things that I've observed the whole time I have been an Army Medic for the Army. When I was in training, now that I'm in active duty, now that I'm in the recruiting side, I see a lot of people talk about these certain things, and it's pretty much still the same, okay? So without further ado, we will start with number 1, which is basically studying. I'm also going to be adding studying / cheating, so it's all academic wise, okay? We all know as a high school student, if you qualify for the 68 Whiskey Army Medic job, you can enlist in the Army and commit, and you ship active duty after graduation. That's how it works if you're signing up as a senior. A lot of you people don't really know also that 68 Whiskey Army Medic School actually is held at Fort Sam Houston. Pretty much all the 68 medical series jobs for the Army get trained over there. The Navy trains over there too, the Air Force trains over there too, and then they just disperse to other bases, other duty stations if they have follow-on schools or different types of specialty, okay? So going back, studying and cheating. Let's start with studying. Don't fret if you don't have any background or no knowledge about anything medical. Granted, you know that you're gonna be going into Army Medic Training School. You're gonna be certified nationally as an NREMT, EMT basic, basically. So you have to know some of a background. If you are in school right now, if you're a senior, if you're a junior, take advanced AP classes. Anatomy and physiology, pharmacology, first responder, CPR. A lot of those things, they offer that sometimes in your local colleges, community colleges, or even at your school. So if they offer it at your school, you are lucky. If they don't, do some advanced reading. You have resources now online. Internet is right there. There's books when you go to the bookstore, when you go to your library. So be knowledgeable ahead of time. Basic terminology for medical stuff is really helpful. This goes to any other MOS. Obviously, if you're gonna go into a certain field and if you have no idea what it is, if you're joining the military, if you're joining the Army and you have no idea but you really want to do it, I highly suggest, and you should know this, that you should do your research ahead of time, okay? That's why we're talking about this. Now on to the second part. I said studying / cheating. Again, a lot of people don't prepare, or they get overwhelmed that like, okay, I don't know anything medical. I want to do this. I'm really open-minded about learning, but I'm kind of lazy, or I'm just trying to go through the easy way. So they tend to cheat, which is basically unacceptable. You are going to be a United States Army soldier, obviously past basic training already if you're going to be an EMT in the Army or any other MOS, any other job, not just in the Army, but in the civilian life. If you cheat, that's a no-go. That's a no-no. First of all, for myself, that's not part of who I am. I have integrity. I am not gonna cheat because it's not worth it. Why would I cheat my way and then I end up passing and then I go to the real life situation, being on the line, treating soldiers, treating civilians and different local nationals, but I clearly cheated on my academics. So you will not learn and you will not progress in life if you cheat. I'm a firm believer that if you want something, if you are hungry for knowledge, if you wanna expand your knowledge, if you just want to be a better person, put your work into it. That goes into working out, that goes into studying and passing your academics and knowing your basics as an Army medic. And obviously, if you want to progress and be more than a medic, be an EMT, go to paramedic school, go to LVN school, PA school, nursing school, surgeon, and so much more. Cheating is a no-go. So if you're thinking about cheating, as of right now, even if you're not joining the Army, that's a no-no. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't be lazy. Second on my list, okay? Getting hurt. Or I guess kind of like failing, all right? So if you are in 68 Whiskey Army Medic School in Fort Sam Houston, especially during whiskey phase, it's split it up into 4 months, okay? The first 2 months you focus on your NREMT, you get your license. So it's more classroom setting, table aids, how to start an IV, learning what kind of fluids to administer to a patient, OBGYN, and a lot more different stuff, okay? So that's the first 2 months. Third and fourth month, 68 Whiskey Land, 68 Whiskey Army Medic Land training, okay? I call it 68 Whiskey Land because it's totally different from the civilian side. Everything that you will learn from the civilian side, you will apply it now to being a field Army medic, being in the line, dependent on if you're gonna get stationed in a combat support hospital, in a battalion aid station, in an actual medical facility, in the line with your infantry artillery guys. There's a lot of different places that you can go. You can even go to an engineer unit, you can go to an MP unit, you can go pretty much anywhere if you are a 60 whiskey Army medic. So getting hurt, super similar to basic training. If you fall or you get hurt, hopefully it doesn't happen to any of you guys during training. It happens, you know, it happens. Accidents happen. We try to avoid that as much as we can. But if you get hurt, that will hold you back from going through the certain parts of 6-day whiskey school during the whiskey phase. Obviously, you have to carry litters, you have to drag patients, you have to carry patients, and you have to do a lot of physical stuff to be an Army medic. Wear your uniform, wear your full battle rattle, your ACH, your body armor, your weapon, and so much more, including the patients as well, your aid bag. There's a lot of stuff to carry. So if you are unable to do so because of a certain profile or you get injured, you can't take the test and you can't pass. Let me know if you are in one of those categories. Leave me a comment or question down below how it was for you, because I heard some people get held over until they're healthy to go through that phase again, to that part of the class where they left off, or they just eventually get kicked out, medically discharged and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, do not get hurt as much as possible. The only thing that you can do, these are things that it's hard to control. It's a variable that you cannot control fully 100%, but you can avoid. It's kind of like when you're in the field, even at the civilian side, stuff happens by accident. But to avoid accident is to prepare yourself, prepare your body from getting hurt, hydrate, eat properly. Texas can be really hot. And just be safe. If you see someone who's doing an unsafe act, stop them, tell the instructor, tell the drill sergeant, tell someone, so we don't have any casualties or anyone injured. So we all pass, we all get trained perfectly and the right way, up to standard, not to time, and we move on to our actual units and be a productive, well knowledgeable soldier. Number 3 on my list, relationships. Okay, hear me out. I know I told you guys so many times in my channel that I met my wife Flor, who was an Army medic at one point in the Army. We were dual military in the Army at one point. I met her through medic school. Well, obviously, you will build relationships while in training. Great buddies, great battle buddies, great warrior companions that you will probably end up with in the same unit, same deployment area that you're going to be going to, same reserve unit and whatsoever, and any other types of units, okay? So it's really nice to have a great buddy that you can count on in the Army, and then once you're outside of the Army, not in uniform, these are really strong bonds that you should take care of, these networks, because these people will help you out in some way, in some form, somewhere down the road, okay? But when I talk about relationships, it means boyfriend, girlfriend, that type of stuff, okay? Again, just a reminder, you are in Army training, you're in Army medic school to train as a medic, okay? It's cool to meet friends, but after training, once you guys go to your first duty station, then it's all up to you guys. You are in your units. It's up to you. Be adults, obviously. It doesn't mean that you can't be with someone while in the Army. Hello, dual military. I was with my wife, Flor, while serving in Germany, both Army medics as a PFC. So it worked out for us. But when you are currently in TRADOC and training, again, I can't stress this enough. You are there to train, you are there to learn. So you are well knowledgeable, well trained, so once you go to your unit, you can function. And then when you're off duty, you can finally like talk or be with that special someone that you met in basic training or AIT or whatever, and then talk it out, and it's all up to you guys. That I'm not gonna be there anymore, so it's up to you guys. It's a fair warning. Train first. You're in TRADOC, you're in training to train, to learn, and be an effective soldier, be a knowledgeable soldier. Relationships, yeah, save that for later, okay? That's it. Number 4 on my list, PT, physical training. It's more than just doing PT. It's actually passing the PT test. Right now, again, what is it today? Today's December 2018. The current PT test is push-ups, sit-ups, and run. 2 minutes of push-ups, 2 minutes of sit-ups, and 2-mile run. Okay, so you have to pass it. It's the same as basic training. If you cannot pass the end of cycle PT test, a PFT, Army Physical Fitness Test, you cannot pass Army Medic School, because that is one of their requirements, because we don't want you to go to your first unit and cannot even pass the PT test. Yes, you can be the top soldier in Army Medic School based on your GPA and stuff like that, but you got to be physically fit also, because you have to function as a medic. Being a medic is not just being smart, not just being trained and knowing how to save someone's life, but you actually have to be physically fit also, because you are still a soldier first before a medic. Last but not the least on my list will be intoxication slash illegal substance. Okay, so this is how I want to attack it. Back in basic training, everything's structured. You have no free time. Drill sergeant will dictate when you go to bed, when you go to chow, when you shower, what to do, clean your weapons, clean your barracks, instill discipline in you, be a leader. That's it, okay? And then once you go to AIT, you'll feel like you have more freedom. Obviously, you can finally wear civilian clothes during off-duty hours when you're not in training. So after the whole day, after training, COB hits, you're finally released to do something. By the way, everything is earned now. You can't just go outside and change in civilian clothes and go frolic around anywhere. You have to earn it based on your GPA and your performance, and depending on what phase you are in AIT, in training. So if you don't phase up, obviously you can't wear your civilian outfit or whatever, whatnot. So a lot of people, I don't really understand this. Basic training is only 10 weeks, okay? And then AIT is 4 months. So a lot of people get out of control because they're like, oh, wow, we can finally wear our civilian clothes. We can go downtown Riverwalk. We can watch a movie. There's a lot of bars. There's a lot of restaurants over there. There's a lot of different stuff because San Antonio is pretty big. That's a tourist spot right there. So there might be some stuff that you're not supposed to do, but you will be briefed before you even get the privilege to go out to let you know what your limits are, what you're supposed to do and what you're not to do. Yes, you're going to be there for training. Yes, you're going to be civilians, but hey, just do the right thing when no one is looking. That's the main rule. And if you feel like you're about to do something wrong, do not do it. So a lot of people, even minors, hang out with the wrong people, hang out with the wrong soldiers in training that are of age that can actually purchase a drink. So they end up drinking and getting out of hand, and they get so intoxicated that they can't even go back to the barracks and, I don't know, like cause a scene in public and get arrested. So obviously you can't be intoxicated in public, no illegal substance, because who knows what happens around San Antonio during the nighttime. Okay, I'm not really from there. I love San Antonio. I love the Riverwalk. I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas for 2.5 years. So I love Texas. I love San Antonio, but there's a lot of shady places also, not just in San Antonio, but different places. Don't hang out with the wrong people. Don't do illegal substance. Don't drink if you're not supposed to, and do not get drunk. Do not get out of hand. As soon as you go to AIT, as soon as you go to Fort Sam Houston, your drill sergeants, your instructors, AIT instructors, your platoon sergeants will let you know what you are supposed to do and not to do. I think that's the best way, and check out their guidelines. Check out their SOP. That's the best way to not get in trouble. Well, that's about it. This video is pretty long, so let me know in the comment section below if this was helpful. What else do you want to know? Because we're making more videos now in a more regular schedule that I can accommodate due to my stuff that's going on. So let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe so you get notified whenever I upload brand new videos. Thank you guys for watching. ARCHIEzzle out.